Hey everyone, this is going to be a video on Irisposting. Former member of my audience from over a year ago. My experiences with them in that time and before, as well as how my feelings on the stuff that's come out about them this past week. Before we go further, no harassment should be aimed toward them. Do not engage in any of it, no matter how you feel about the situation with me. I don't want you fighting battles for me. And I definitely don't want you doing anything related to harassment in any way, because that's just not good. It's not cool, dude. There are positive ways to support people. That is not it. Anyway, let's get started. Irisposting had a parasocial relationship with me that leaned on the romantic side. It made me very uncomfortable, and I experienced various forms of minor sexual harassment. And it was pretty terrible. I didn't like it. It made me feel uncomfortable a lot, and made me visit my Discord server less and less and less. And every single person around me in my inner circle on Twitter and stuff all knew that person as that person that was weird about me. That is the quick, dirty version that comes from me recording this numerous times across 2 hours while having a panic attack. Okay, so that's what we got. That's what we got. They would reply to almost every tweet I made, either being overly supportive, having some romantic undertones to it, or saying something cryptic that I just genuinely could not understand. Like sometimes you experience a reply that reads like it's coming from a visual novel, and I was not cool with it. They would donate quite a bit, like multiple times in a stream, so if like they did, it would be sparse amounts. Please look forward to the corroborating parts of this. And they would do that, and in Discord, sometimes they were normal. They were like making friends with like the various people in my server, because we got like 1,000 people in there. But sometimes they would get inebriated and at me and say that not only do they love everyone in my Discord, they also love me just as much, or talk about having a crush, posting their bra size, and it comes to a head where, or it doesn't come to a head at this point, but one example of it was in 2021. There was a time they wanted to ask me a personal question, so they tagged me in Discord, so I get the ping, so I click into it, and I say no, I'm not into that. I'm not into answering personal questions from members of my audience. Don't care for parasocial behavior. And they said sure, that they understood my perspective. However, they ultimately disagree with it, and then started talking about a wall of text, saying they're not trying to lecture me, but they're trying to like let me know that there are some people that are looking at the inner me that's past my persona and how concerned they are for me. And I'm like, you realize, so this is not a parasocial like, what's going on here? Anything you want to see about this is probably going to be in the Google document that has been released in regards to this. More on that in a minute. It's just, there was that, some other moments, like there was a time in which they had left the server upset, feeling like they were ostracized over being way too just their usual shit. I don't really have a good memory of like that aspect of it. I had more of a memory of what happened afterward, which was because they reply to me every single day, constantly on Twitter, I knew they were at, so I just check the account since I saw that they had left, and well, it seemed bleak, okay, and as a result, I was worried for their safety on some level as someone who can be, obviously empathetic. So I'm like, okay, I'll let them know that, they don't have to leave if they don't want to. It wasn't even a situation where I feel like they needed to, necessarily, aside from the fact that every other part of this, but I'm broken as a person, I feel like. We're going through this, and I just said, hey, there's some people who miss you in that server, which was true. They had, like, multiple friends in there who they would talk to. I think they were a little upset over things going on, at least if I remember right. They took that to mean something more. I guess that only made them worse, I guess. And eventually things came to a head where I just got tired of this, and the fact that I had to tell them several times never to like tag me on Discord, and they just kept doing it for every little thing, or telling me things I need to do in here, or pointing out anytime I make a typo ever. And I'm like, okay, I'm hitting my limit here. Some of this some of this annoys me on like a basic level, and some of it makes me uncomfortable on a creepy level. So I'm just gonna finally just cut this off. I started getting a bit more short in my responses, I guess. And then one time I tweeted in March about the recent thing regarding my streams. That was just a very normal tweet. I guess I tweeted I was tired, maybe. And then they go, all right, that's, hoping for the best. And can you make sure to not not take your anger out on me? And I went insane. I went, you are not doing this to me right now. I have never met someone I've replied to less. Like, good Christ. So I blocked them, banned them. That was it. It was over. Unfortunately, somehow Palpatine returned. Okay. Let's get into this. There is a Twitter account out there. It is this one. Archive of Iris. An archive of their actions throughout the years. Now, I saw this account initially because my friends went on their private and started talking about stuff, and then I saw them mention Irisposting. And I went, wait a minute. Ugh, why? I'm like, why would they come up again? They haven't been, like, with me in forever, and I didn't think they would be that memorable to, like, my friends. I knew that they knew about, like, how weird they were around me, but not enough to, like, remember it, like, well over a year after. So I name searched, like any nosy man is to do, and I saw this account, and then I went, oh god, there's a Google Doc about them. All right, well, I should probably boost this, because between my experience, I got an email around the time I blocked them out, which was from someone claiming to be the significant other of another content creator. And they were telling me about the general behavior that they experienced, which was kind of identical to what I was getting. And just in general, how they are someone that seems to latch on to content creators, and when that stops happening, when the feedback loop ends entirely through, I guess, banning, they move on to someone else. They find someone else, and I'm seeing a lot of that through other content creators. I did an alarming amount of stuff about Proton John, for example. It's not great. It's not great. So I saw that, and I'm going to be honest, I may have done something a little irresponsible here, a little bit inappropriate. I read the first page and went, all right. And then I quoted and went, I'm going to boost this and make a couple tweets about things I'm comfortable saying. And I'm like, all right, nice. I revealed a little bit, but not enough, because the entire situation made me feel hyper uncomfortable before. So I didn't want to, like, have to have it aired out of where it's like, look how bad it was, Now, some of you may find what's comedic about this. When people started saying my name, I went, or I looked at the account, and they're like, I am not KZ, is what they said on their tweet, to say that I'm not the author of this, because they weren't. And I went, that's crazy. Let me Control F my name on this document. And I saw that I was mentioned 27 times. Needless to say, I went, oh no. because at no point am I, like, worried. Like this isn't really bad for me. It's the fact that they were insane to me. But I don't like being talked to in this way at all. And then I look, and I'm like, yeah, those are all public tweets that I made. Now, the big thing here is that I don't talk to anyone in private. The only people that I DM are my friends. And I have my DMs on Twitter locked down, and I'm friend restricted on Discord. They ain't talking to me in private. Everything in there are things that publicly happened. And that's insane. You know the best part? I stopped visiting my server so much because I could not handle being around them. I missed most of them. So I just got flashbacks. I knew nothing about this bra or bikini thing until this week. And it happened in my house. Oh, man. This is rough, all right? Like, everything coming out about that's horrible. This video isn't really about the other unfortunate victims of them, but I feel for them. Some of them have it way worse, honestly, in terms of, like, they're getting harassed and they're getting treated like garbage, especially some that seemingly were helping Iris out at the time, and I definitely feel for and support those people. But again, do not harass the person I'm talking about, please. Just another reminder of that as we're continuing to talk about it. So it's real rough between there being other victims in different ways, between the way they treated me and the way that they handle all of that. Just not great. All right, I just didn't like it. All right, but that could have been it. That could have been done. That could have been over. However, we got an update. We got an update from one of their alternate accounts that they were using at various times. This is stuff I'm going to be reading, but I will provide the Google document in the video description so you can follow along here. We are starting from page 10. Donation fraud, lack of donation transparency is it's the two alternate titles here. Anyway, Iris reveals they have an alternate Twitter account. On this alternate Twitter account, they would ask for donations like anyone else does on the internet, like who's having a hard time, you know? Like, like this isn't a problem, by the way. But, I mean, duh. I stream for donations monthly. Like, this thing isn't a problem. It's like they made this post saying, they're teetering on the edge of eviction, not to mention having my medication pickups today that will cost $400 alone, and both being just as vital as any other medication would be for me. And then quoting a thing that I imagine leads to their PayPal. Meanwhile, this is November 28th. Happening over in the world of KZ. Well, KZ, I believe at the time, it would be playing the Halo Infinite video game on stream. And I have a goal on the bottom left. It says to do another death stream where we play like a game in one sitting. I need $400 more. $400. That's the amount that the Iris on an alternate account asked at the same time for medical expenses. Well, someone fucking clipped and fucking screenshot my own stream because I got the YouTube on it, of course, and grabs every donation. And you can see Iris donates 100. Iris donates about $6.90 there. Then $1. Then $233. That's $340. That's one copy of Elden Ring short of the medication pickup we put in quotes. Also, the documents like the stream was deleted off Twitch. That's just automatic. Unless I highlight everything like individually, but that's like so many more clicks and typing. Whatever, we do the YouTube VODs. And there's no way I'm getting rid of me playing all of Halo Infinite. You need to put that shit in a museum. That campaign was kind of bad, alright? Okay, then there was another moment in October where, October 12th, I tagged them in the server and said, thank you for the off-stream donation, because I shit you not, they donated $1,000 to me. And that's bad. That's bad, because now I'm under the understanding that they're someone that's teetering the edge of eviction all the time. That's also what I've been hearing now. They would ask for donations on their account, and then they would give it all to me. I need you to know, I've made many a reference on stream. We've run many a bit where I go, oh, I love money. Because it's the joke that I barely hit rent every single month of my life. And I do like a little Mr. Krabs bit or something like that. But I need you to know that if you think on any level that I like anything that I've learned here, you gotta be crazy. I have thrown up 3 times. They were taking advantage of other people and then just throwing the money at me. I despise this. All right. I've said, and even on the shows that I participate on, it's always a thing of, if you're going to be put in a bad position by supporting, via donation or whatever, then don't do it. It's not needed. Things will go on without you. Do not do that to yourself. I don't even care if it's like desperate, like it's rent or it's a bill, you know? Like, if anything is in your way that you donating to me is going to make you worse off, don't do it. No. Even if it's something like, oh man, I would help him with rent, but then I wouldn't be able to afford the metaphor when it comes out. I'm like, okay, don't. I will not take that away from you. But instead, we got someone who's running a scheme, saying I need I need money for my medication, and then they're just giving it to me so I can play Tack and the Power of Juju. Fuck this. I can't handle it. I cannot handle it. It's been a bad week, all right? I've not liked any aspect of this at all. All right? I really did not like the way they talked to me, and it was a bad experience the whole way, and I wanted to be done with it. I wanted to be over, but it's not. And I feel bad for the people that they've already been fucking with, you know, the other victims of this person, of course, because some of them are also getting harassed on top of it. And then there's the people that were seemingly scammed. I can't believe it. I genuinely cannot believe this. I've never experienced anything on this level before, between violations of multiple different types, and it's just, I feel so fucking miserable. All right. Let me go on to the other part of this fun thing. I hate that I had to be in this document. The person who runs this account, I don't know who they are. They never contacted me. They did none of these. What happened is they seemingly screenshotted every single thing that happened in the Discord and in Twitter replies that they could see, and have now found VODs. And I get to be the star of the show. And they never reached out to me. They keep updating it. And I'm going to be honest, really don't fucking like it. Really tired of it. Like, I know that I am with you in the fact that I think they're a bad person. I, however, would like to not be the star of the show. I feel really bad for everyone. But I'm gonna throw up. It's not great. I don't like it, man. Not a fan. I'm not a fan that I had to be put into this and that we had to keep updating it you'll see this on the account as well, I guess. But it's rough goings, you know. I'm sorry that I did not cut them off sooner. So the fact that it became even more prolonged, if my inaction has led to unfortunate things like them having to do that donation grift, I know they would have moved on to someone else, given the fact that it's happened with someone who emailed me. It's happened with someone, it's happened with seemingly some Proton John shit. It's so ghoulish. It's so hard to read through all of it. But that's it. That's the way that I figured this out. Eventually, I just got to talk to you based on vibes. Anyway, this sucks, dude. By the way, did you know that every single time I heard that this document, from its conception to its updating, came from the fact that my friends talked about it but never fucking talked to me about it? Why do I gotta learn by them live tweeting? I'm gonna do nothing. I'm gonna do nothing. Alright, that's it, guys. Yeah, that's it. Alright. Yeah. Bye.